Yo kids, wanna hear about nuclear chemistry?
Hells no!
Well, too bad. You gonna be my beaches today.
Ooh!
There are many scientists that contributed to present-day nuclear chemistry, such as Albert Einstein, Edward Teller, Otto Hahn, Irene Curie, and Glenn Seaborg. These people whom y'all have no interest in helped develop radiology, atomic bombs, preservation of food, and insect control. Whew.
We ain't got no time for this.
Too bad. You gotta be here. It's the law.
Also, there are two types of nuclei, stable and unstable. Stable nuclei have a binding force that is great enough to hold the nuclei together, while an unstable nuclei does not have enough binding force to hold its nuclei together, so it loses neutrons and protons until it's stable. But And there are three types of radiation: alpha, beta, and gamma. An alpha particle is also considered a helium nucleus, which, since the particles is very large, it can barely penetrate paper and some clothing. That's what she said! Beta are high-speed electrons emitted from the nuclei of decaying radioisotopes. They have a negative charge and have an atomic mass of 0. This particle can penetrate up to thick clothing, thick cardboard, or 1-inch thick woodness of wood. Lastly, gamma radiation are like X-rays. It is the most penetrating form of radiation and has no charge, and very short wavelength and high energy. You can be protected from it with thick sheets of lead and concrete. But don't forget nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. Fission is a splitting of large atoms into two or more smaller ones, and it does not normally occur in nature. It takes very little energy to split atoms. On the other hand, fusion is the fusing of two or more lighter atoms into one large atom. This usually occurs in stars and only in extremely high energy areas such as the sun. Even though fusion and fission seem totally opposite, they create radioactive particles, release energy, and are used in bombs.
Alright, so what does radiology have to do with all this
Mr.
nuclear
Steves,
crap?
please. Well, you see, Mr. Steves, to make pharmaceuticals, you need to make radioisotopes using beta, gamma, and positron rays. Yeah, and they be made mostly with decay, in which they use the daughter isotope. Don't you know, Mr. Steves?
Alright.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, class, so what's the deal with all these radio
It's primarily used for diagnostics and can be used to treat diseases like Lebonquisha. Would know. Which reminds me. So, Mr. Steves, what are the positives and negatives of nuclear radiology?
Well, it's inexpensive and painless, but the negative is that the treatment will eventually weaken bone marrow, which in time could lead to terrible health problems or weakened bone marrow. Okay, class, today we're going to study a little bit of nuclear chemistry, as well as explore the many forms of it. Well, in reality, nuclear chemistry is the leading form of diagnostics within medicine, and serves
OMG, so I got in a car wreck this past weekend and I had to go to the emergency room. Next thing I know, I have 3 broken bones and a fracture on my sacrum. Then what are you doing in class? I heal quickly. I am a puppet. You can't expect a lot, you know. Someone is being sarcastic and failed at it. Heh. Nice one, little Jamal.
Now, Lebonquisha, you should get that checked out with nuclear radiology.
Chirp, 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 chirp. Well, mister, isn't it dangerous?
It has its malfunctions, but when used properly, it can help find the root of many diseases and the start of fractures, such as yours. But I'm assuming you already had one, since you know which bone.
I don't know. I'm a puppet. I hardly understand what you have been saying this whole school year.
Well then, either way, get that checked
But
out.
can't nuclear medicine be bad for me because all the radiation emitted to my brain?
Of course not. You're a puppet. Therefore, you can't get too much radiation.
I said ha! Yeah, I'm the last one.
So, is you for or against?
Definitely 4. The following reasons are why our group is for nuclear chemistry and radiology. Nuclear chemistry has throughout the years improved and stunned us all with its capabilities of eliminating and finding and diagnosing diseases. Here are some of the forms we can use it for: to analyze kidney function, image blood flow and function of the heart, scan lungs for respiratory and blood flow problems, identify blockage of the gallbladder, evaluate bones for fracture, infection, arthritis, or tumors, determine the presence or spread of cancer, identify bleeding into the bowel, locate the presence of infection, measure thyroid function to detect an overactive or underactive thyroid. Therefore, radiology, even though it has its few defects, looking on the long term, it is better for us to lengthen the life of a being rather than to see him pass away, especially at a young age.
Yo, chick, she so thirsty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your breast, she tryna jerk me.
Let's go! Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta.
Stealing my man like you know me like that? Please, he didn't even want you in the first place. Girl, please. Girl, Jamal, some. Girl, there's enough for me to go around. There is enough for me to go around here, Glennis. Got a show. Oh, really? What? Girl, don't touch me. Hey, you're a boy. Nah. You know, why would you want that? Hey, why you messing with my girl?